Welcome to That Can't Be Real. This is the podcast where we break down shocking true stories, strange medical cases, bizarre crimes, internet scams, and the wildest moments in culture that sound fake but somehow actually happened. If you love stories that make you laugh, cringe, and say, "There's no way this is real," you're in the right place. Every episode, we dive into unbelievable headlines, chaotic decisions, and the kind of stories that prove real life can be way stranger than fiction. So sit back, grab a snack, and get ready for some truly ridiculous stories. This is That Can't Be Real. Let's get into it. Today's episode is all about scam texts, dumb criminals, and the internet at its absolute worst. And honestly, the more you look at these stories, the more you realize two things. First, some people will believe almost anything if it sounds urgent enough. And second, some criminals really do act like getting caught was never part of the plan. Let's start with scam texts, because these things are everywhere right now. You get one random message, and suddenly it's, "Your package could not be delivered," or "Your bank account has suspicious activity," or "Click here immediately to avoid account suspension." The goal is always the same: make you panic first and think second. That's the whole strategy. Scammers want urgency. They want you moving fast. They want you clicking before your brain has time to stop and ask a basic question like, "Wait, why is my bank texting me from a random number with bad grammar and a suspicious link?" And the crazy part is, some of these messages are getting more believable. They look cleaner, they sound more official, they use company logos, they copy the tone of real customer service messages. And if you're busy, distracted, or already expecting a delivery, it's easy to see how someone could fall for it. That's what makes internet scams so effective. They don't always rely on people being careless. Sometimes they rely on people being tired, or rushed, or distracted, or just trying to get through their day without having to become a cybersecurity expert every time their phone buzzes. And once you click, that's where things can go downhill fast. Maybe it's a fake login page designed to steal your password. Maybe it's a fake payment screen asking for your card information. Maybe it's malware. Maybe it's somebody pretending to be customer support. Whatever it is, the whole thing is built around one idea: get access to your information before you realize what's happening. And the thing that really gets me is how shameless some of these scams are. Fake toll road fees, fake DMV notices, fake job offers, fake account alerts, fake password reset emails, fake social media verification messages. At this point, if your phone dings, there's a decent chance somebody somewhere is trying to rob you with a link. That's why the best move is almost always the boring move. Don't click the message. Don't tap the link. Don't call the number in the text. Go directly to the real app or the real website yourself and check there. It's not exciting advice, but it can save you a whole lot of trouble. Now let's move over to dumb criminals, because this category never disappoints. These are the stories where somebody commits a crime and then immediately makes it 10 times easier for police to catch them. Like the people who post evidence online. I will never understand this. If you are doing something illegal, why are you also creating content about it? Why are you documenting your bad decisions, like you're filming a behind-the-scenes documentary for your own arrest? Some criminals really act like social media is a diary, a highlight reel, and a confession booth all at the same time. They'll steal something, flash it online, tag the location, and then act shocked when the police show up. At that point, law enforcement doesn't even need detective work. They just need Wi-Fi. And then there are the criminals who lie badly. You know the type. Somebody gets pulled over in a stolen car and immediately starts explaining why the situation isn't what it looks like, which is always a bad sign. Because if it looks like you stole a car and you are currently sitting in the stolen car, I'm not sure there's a great recovery speech for that. The confidence is what makes these stories so wild. It's never nervous. It's never subtle. It's always full confidence. Like, somehow if they talk long enough, reality itself will get confused and decide to let them go. And let's not forget the people who leave behind the most obvious clues imaginable. Phones, wallets, security footage, their own social media, their location turned on, fingerprints, names. Sometimes it feels less like a crime and more like someone accidentally signed up for a very public losing streak. Now, here's where it gets even stranger. Some of the wildest stories aren't even full-blown crimes. They're just people behaving so badly in public that it feels like common sense has officially left the building. I'm talking about the videos where somebody gets caught lying, doubles down, gets called out again, and still keeps going. The public meltdowns, the fake outrage, the "do you know who I am" energy, the moments where somebody realizes they're wrong and somehow decides the best response is to get louder. And the internet loves these moments because the internet has turned public embarrassment into a full entertainment category. One weird outburst in a parking lot and suddenly it's everywhere. One meltdown on a plane, one ridiculous argument in a store, one over-the-top rant on livestream, and now millions of people are watching it like it's a season finale. That's the strange part of culture right now. We're not just watching chaos anymore, we're archiving it, remixing it, reacting to it, turning it into memes, and feeding it right back into the algorithm. Somebody has the worst public moment of their life, and 5 minutes later, it's content. And I think that's why this show even works, because real life has become so strange that sometimes the only response is to laugh and say, there is no way this can be real. But it is. Every day, the internet proves that reality has absolutely no interest in calming down. The weird part is that all these stories connect. The scammer sending fake alerts, the criminal posting evidence online, the person having a public meltdown on camera, they all point to the same thing. We live in a world where attention moves fast, people react faster, and common sense doesn't always get invited into the conversation.
So what's the lesson from today? First, don't trust every text message just because it sounds urgent. Second, if you ever feel tempted to commit a crime, definitely don't post about it online. And third, if you're about to have a public meltdown in a world full of cameras, maybe reconsider. Because there's a very real chance that by tomorrow, millions of people will know exactly how bad your decision-making was.
That's it for today's episode of That Can't Be Real. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you subscribe, share it with a friend, and come back next time for more stories that will make you laugh, cringe, and question humanity. Thanks for listening to That Can't Be Real. Some stories really are too wild to make up. Stay safe out there, stay off suspicious links, and I'll catch you next time.